It's the holiday season in India and travel enthusiasts are planning their vacations. Singles, couples, friends, families are flocking to tour booking platforms to pre-book their trips. According to ClearTrip, Indians love to travel to Bangkok, Singapore, Denpasar, Phuket, Toronto and London. In fact, Singapore saw 1 million Indian tourists in 2023, making it the fifth largest tourism source market for Singapore.
2023 has actually been a very strong year of performance for Singapore's tourism sector. We welcomed something like 13.6 million international visitors, and that's about 71% of what we received in 2019.
And those 13.6 million visitors spent about $1,800 per tourist on an average, getting Singapore up to $26 billion in overall tourism revenue in 2023. Indians had a big share, spending $1,400 per tourist on an average.
Tourism accounts for an average of between 3 to 4% of our GDP in Singapore. Beyond that, of course, it's also a big employer across the different industries of hospitality, attractions, MICE and cruise. So if you look at it on the top end of it, the upper bound of $26 billion will bring us close to something like 94% of our overall revenues for 2019. In terms of 2024, certainly I think the recovery is very much on a strong momentum. We think that overall, in terms of revenue numbers for this year for Singapore's tourism, we're likely to come within between $26 billion and $27.5 billion, which is pretty much on par with what we were attracting in 2019.
To achieve that target, Singapore is expecting 15 to 16 million international visitors in 2024. And to attract more tourists from India and encourage them to spend more, the Tourism Board has signed partnerships with two Indian companies, Make My Trip and PhonePe. Make My Trip will design and sell special tour packages to Indian tourists, and PhonePe will allow Indian users to make payments through its platform in Singapore.
We signed an MOU with PhonePe. Part of that is about trying to make sure that there is less friction in the overall experience that Indian visitors would have when they come to Singapore. So you will know that the linkage, the digital payment linkage between India's UPI and Singapore's PayNow actually makes it very seamless for our Indian visitors to pay. And more importantly, I think pay at more than 10,000 merchants who are on that system.
To achieve the target of 15 to 16 million tourists this year, Singapore is increasing its tourist attractions and leisure activities. Disney's new Singapore-bound ship Disney Adventure will be arriving in 2025. The biggest Harry Potter Visions of Magic immersive art experience will be arriving at the popular Resorts World Sentosa at the end of 2024. Singapore is also known for the Mandai Wildlife Reserve that comprises of bird paradise, night safari, river wonders, Singapore Zoo and the Mandai Wildlife West. With these additions, Singapore is hoping to attract more Indian tourists to move India from the top 5th to the top 3rd tourism source market.